The OnePlus 13 series has 3 phones in its lineup. The flagship OnePlus 13, the flagship killer OnePlus 13R, and the freshly minted compact flagship killer, the OnePlus 13S. And whether you're browsing online to figure out which one of these 3 phones should you buy, or if you're at a store with a confused look, I think this video should have the answer to all your doubts. I'm going to try to find out which is the perfect OnePlus 13 series phone for you in this ultimate OnePlus 13 series buying guide. We're trying this for the first time, and I hope that these kind of videos will help you. If it does, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even the subscribe button. Alright, with that out of the way, let's begin. If you're here for the first time, I'm Esha. This is Trakin Tech English, your destination for detailed, incisive buying guides. Now, before I tell you which one of these 3 phones would be well suited for you, let me give you some buying advice. Now, if you're planning on buying the OnePlus 13, the 13R or the 13S, then I would suggest picking it up from OnePlus's official store, whether it's online or offline, or you can go with OnePlus's official partner, Amazon India, but I would still prefer the OnePlus official store. Let me explain why. For example, the OnePlus 13S's 12 256GB variant is available for 54,999. You can get an instant discount of 5,000 rupees if you have an SBI card. Plus, you get a free NordBuds 3 worth 2,099. You also have the option to avail 9 months of no-cost EMI. And OnePlus also offers a higher exchange bonus for phones from OnePlus, Apple, Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, and Realme. Now, all of these are obviously available in the Amazon India listing as well. But if you buy from the OnePlus store, you are guaranteed the best service. And you will also get OnePlus Red Cable Club membership benefits that they keep throwing at you. But more importantly, if you are part of their corporate program, or if your office is part of that corporate program, you also get extra discounts. In fact, you get a discount of 2,000 rupees. So yeah, it just makes sense to buy from a OnePlus store if you ask me. And this is just a personal advice. This is not like a sponsored thing or anything, by the way. Alright, now with that out of the way, let me talk about the first phone, the OnePlus 13R. See, the OnePlus 13R is perfect for anybody who wants a starter flagship and doesn't want to spend too much money. With the OnePlus 13R, you get last year's flagship Snapdragon chip, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. You get a flat OLED display with fast, high refresh rate 120Hz. You of course get the goodness of Oxygen OS and a triple camera setup, which includes a primary ultra-wide and a telephoto. Unlike the OnePlus 13S, which only has the comments. You also get decent battery life plus fast charging, but more importantly, OnePlus has also doubled the storage of the base variant from the OnePlus 12R. But it's not like the OnePlus 13R is without problems, because the cameras could definitely have been tuned better, and it also doesn't have, the higher IP rating like IP68 or IP69. Plus, for a performance-oriented flagship, it comes with the USB Type-C 2 port. So who should buy the OnePlus 13R? This is perfect for anybody looking at buying their first OnePlus flagship phone but doesn't want to spend too much money. And this is also good for someone who wants great performance at a good price. Basically, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 at 40,000 rupees with OnePlus branding and Oxygen OS performance, basically software experience, is actually like a good package. And it's evident, of all the 3 phones out here, this is the most affordable of the 3. So yeah, if you want an affordable OnePlus flagship, then the OnePlus 13R is the way to go. By the way, the OnePlus 13R is also perfect for students who want to buy a OnePlus flagship for gaming. Makes sense, right? You can actually convince your parents to spend 40,000 rupees, but maybe 55,000 rupees, 60,000, 65,000 rupees or 70,000 rupees for the OnePlus 13S and the 13 could be difficult. And remember about the corporate discount that I mentioned. It's great for, folks who are starters in their corporate journey and who've just started their corporate journey. For them, the OnePlus 13R could be a good deal. All right, now let's move up the ladder and make things tinier. We have the iPhone made by OnePlus next, the OnePlus 13S. After using the OnePlus 13S, it reminds me of the Volkswagen Golf GTI, because both these are compact powerhouses, right? Of course, they might skimp out on some features, but they don't skimp out on the performance, which is exactly what the OnePlus 13S does by giving you Snapdragon 8 Elite LPDDR5X runtime UFS 4.0 storage, a base storage of 256GB, 12GB of RAM, all that is required for a flagship in 2025. And it's shrunk all of that into a tiny package with a 6. I had to make this joke. Anyway, it's shrunk all of that into a tiny 6.32-inch display And it's an OLED panel, a flat panel with LTPO technology no less. That's not it. OnePlus also gives you a large 5850 mAh battery with 80 watt charging speeds. In fact, the battery life was great when we tested it. The performance tuning has been done really well. Why don't you take a look at the comparison chart with the Xiaomi 15? And it goes without saying that the OnePlus 13s has generated a lot of hype just because of the way it looks, the way it feels, and this is OnePlus's first flagship compact phone. Having said that, there are definitely a bunch of questionable choices that OnePlus has made, and there are a lot of compromises too. So firstly, the IP rating is not IP68 or 69. There are phones in 20,000 rupees price range that are giving you IP69, but this one's more expensive and you get only IP65. And then there's only USB 2.0, there's no USB 3.2, there's no wireless charging either, there's no ultra wide angle camera, instead of which you get a 2x telephoto, not even a 3x telephoto, and that telephoto doesn't even have OIS. Also, the camera performance is decent at best, slightly above average. And you have this new plus key that has replaced the alert slider, which is not bad because it is customizable, but the AI features that it brings is currently a little threadbare. Essentially, what I expected the OnePlus 13s to be was a shrunken down version of the OnePlus 13, but it's actually a smaller version of the OnePlus 13R because of all the compromises that I just mentioned. Of course, it's got Snapdragon 888, which is definitely better than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 inside the OnePlus 13R. Now, who should buy this phone? It's easily recommendable to anyone who doesn't like big phones. They like their phones smaller and they want it to be compact, comfortable to hold, and yet at the same time not compromise on the performance and the battery life, which the OnePlus 13s does really well. It gets the basics right, basically. Also, we were wondering that folks with an older Pixel 7 or the Samsung Galaxy S22 who prefer compact flagships but are currently worried about the fact that, okay, the battery life is degrading, then the OnePlus 13s would be like the perfect buy for you. Even for folks who are using an older OnePlus flagship like the OnePlus 9 series or the OnePlus 10 series, but they want to experiment with a smaller flagship without making too many compromises, even for them, the OnePlus 13s is a good option. Also, looking at the color options that are available and the size of the phone and the fit and finish and the feel of the phone, I feel like OnePlus is also targeting the female demographic out here, and they could also be pretty tempted by this phone. One thing I know for certain, just by taking a look at the comments on our previous OnePlus 13s video, is that tech nerds should definitely stay away. I see that a lot of you are getting up in arms about the OnePlus 13s, but if you compare it next to the iPhone 16e, which one is better? Or even the Pixel 9a for that matter. Which one is better? Which one would you pick? The OnePlus 13s, right? Lesser of the three evils. Alright, finally, let's talk about what is arguably, at least in our opinion, of the Trakin Tech testing team out here, the best OnePlus phone ever made, the OnePlus 13. It's the most complete flagship that you can buy right now for its asking price. So of course you get Snapdragon 888, you get a proper 2K 120Hz LTPO flagship grade OLED display, you get very good battery life with the largest, and it even charges very fast with the included 100 watt charger. And of all the three phones, this is the only phone that has a vegan leather finish for if you fancy that kind of thing. And unlike the 13s, we have proper wireless charging, a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-C port, and IP68 rating. But most importantly, the OnePlus 13 has a very dependable camera setup with the Hasselblad tuning, where you get a proper triple camera setup on the rear, you get 4K 60 FPS Dolby Vision recording capabilities. It's just a very complete flagship product. Oh, by the way, before I forget, it's got Oxygen OS 15, no doubt. It's got the AI features, which of course will come to all the three phones. And it's got the alert slider. Yeah, the OnePlus 13 wasn't tarnished by the plus key just yet. If you have to look at cons, I'm going to be nitpicking out here to find out tiny little problems. Now, compared to the OnePlus 12, the OnePlus 13's cameras are not hugely improved or anything in terms of performance. It's still good. And for tele-macro shots, the OnePlus 13's cameras are not good because it can't get really close to the subject. Other tiny thing is that if you're somebody who's depending on eSIM functionality, then it's kind of limited in certain regions only. So who should get the OnePlus 13? Anybody looking for the best flagship OnePlus experience right now, the OnePlus 13 is the best buy. In fact, it gives you 95% of the features that the Ultras and the Pro Maxes of the world give you for a much lower price, making it a very good deal, a very value for money phone. Alright, so I hope I've made it easier for you to make the right decision and pick the right OnePlus 13 series phone. Now, even after watching this video, if you still have some doubts and confusions, then we will try to answer that in the comments. The team will get to it. So please ask specific questions as to what your use case is, what is the current phone you're using, so that we can give you the right solution for your doubts. Let's make this video the one definitive buying guide video on the OnePlus 13 on the internet right now. I just really want to do this. Alright, so that's it from me for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.